Hi ladies and gentlemen, in this tutorial I will try to demonstrate and explain our dimmer module, how we configure the dimmer modules, how we create scene, sequence, how to program the minimum level, the high level, how to change it from leading edge to trailing edge, and so on. Also, we will try to control it through one of our switches. I'll show you how to create scene in our switches, how to create sequence, and how to control individual channels. By going to the software and scan all the modules and the device we have in our network, I will find out 4-channel 3-amp, the one installed in my demo case. It's 4-channel 3-amp. By double click on this module, I can find out here the part numbers of my dimmers is 4-channel 3 amps, means you have 4 circuit, 3 amp the maximum loads. We have different type, we have 6-channel 2 amp, we have 4-channel 3 amp, and we have 2-channel 6 amp, as well as we have also 10 amp, 6-channel 10 amp, 12-channel 10 amp, that's a 3-phase. We have also the trailing edge categories that goes with 1 amp, 2 amps, 3 amps. Refer to go to the catalog. We have different type of dimmers. Here we have the subnet ID, the device ID. We have remark. We can put some remark where we install it, like say DB ground floor. Just for a reference and for a commissioning purpose, with MAC address we can see the MAC address here. Also we can change the ID 140 if we would like to change it to 141 and so on. Then to avoid any conflict with other modules, since our HDL work based on the device ID and the subnet, so try always to address it based on your commissioning program, where you change the subnet and device ID to avoid any conflict with other devices. If two devices have the same ID, that it create a conflict. You always have to rescan, and we refer to go to the previous video about the scanning and so on, how to scan and readdress the modules. Okay, so we have here some things called area, channel, scene, sequence. Let me go first to the channel, then I will tell you what is the why we have to use area, scene, and sequence. First of all, when you go to scene or channels, we can simply find out here that total loads for channels are there. We have channel number 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the channels. We can also rename if we would like to rename some things here, like this one we connect the spotlight of master bedroom as example. The second channel we fix the cove light as example. The third one we fix the bracket light of master or kitchen or so on. So we can keep put the names here just for a reference. That's it. Here I can see I have 4 channels over here. We have the load type. If you want to define some load type here for your reference, that's all. Low limit, high limit, and maximum level. The low limit we use it if we want the spotlight to go as a minimum. When we dim down, the minimum will be like 10% or 20% as a minimum for the dimming purpose. High limit also, it will go to 100% when we turn it on. We can also define the high limit. For energy saving, we use always 80%, 90%, so we save like 10 to 20%. That's very hard to notice it by eyes that is dimmed as 10% less. So just for a saving purpose, or if your channels are too bright and the clients purchase some chandelier as examples too bright, you can always go here and define 70% as the maximum level, so the client will not be able to see the 100%. He will just be able to dim it to 70% or turn it on to 70% as always. So this is all about the high limit and maximum level. We have also some things called test load. We can test it. If we would like to test the load, we can select the channel here and start. So it start, turn on and off in each 2 seconds. So easily you can define the location of your your lighting on the programming stage. We have also some things here called scene. Now if you want to create a scene, the scene we can, in each dimmers we have to create a scene. Let's see if I add here like 10 scenes. As it shows here, we have 10. So scene number 0, it's always off by default. And scene number 1, as example, if I want to create a scene number 1, you can see here I have 4 channels. Channel 1, 2, 3 and 4. If this 4th channel belongs to the same rooms, you keep it as it is. If it's not, then here we have to go back to area and split them and create areas. Like number 1 and 2, it's in the master bedroom, so I will control them through the scene with 1 and 2. 3 and 4 will not be affected if I take it out from the area. You can see here I have one area called master bedroom. I'll go back to area, then I will go to area setup, then remove bracket and the other lights that belongs to maybe other rooms. So I don't want to create it in my scene, I want to create only 1 and 2. Then I can create one more area, then I will call number 3 and 4 in case I want to create a scene for this area as well. Then save. So here I have two different area number 1, area number 2. Area number 2 have channel number 3 and 4, area number 1 have channel 1 and 2. Then I go to scene back. When I go to scene, I can just simply go to master or living. I will go to master, then I will create the scene number 1. Look, very simple to create a scene. I will select number 1, then go here and say in number 1 I want all my light to be in 15% as example. Then when I go to scene number 2, I want all my light to go 50%, just as example. And number 3, I want all my light to go on 100% or 100, 120. It's up to you how you want to your scene to look like. We have also here some on-site output. On-site, you can just click on it so you can see the changes live. Whenever you increase and decrease, you can see the live the changes. Then you can save. Here we go. Now we have scene 1, 2 and 3. Here we have running time. The run time, it's always we use it if we want to create the changes between scene 1 and scene 2, or when you press it, it takes like 3 seconds or 5 seconds or 10 seconds to reach to the target. The target means to 15%. So it runs smooth, and always we recommend to keep 3 as a minimum so you can see the effect when it run up. You can go up to whatever minute or second if you would like to create it. So we talk about second, 5 seconds. Then I have just saved this. Now I have been create scene number 1, 2 and 3 for area number 1. So simply if I want to control it now, I want to create it, or I want to control it from my key switch, whatever keypad, simply I have to open the keypad, go to the buttons I would like to control my scene from. Then I will select the mode single on off. I will look for the dimmer. The dimmer is 140. My dimmers is 140. Then I will change single channel light to scene control. In the scene control, the first parameter is it's called area number. The second parameter is called the scene number you want to call. So I want to look for the master bedroom. This is the area number 1 as you remember, and living it's area number 2. So I will create here 1. Then I want to turn on scene number 2. So I'm calling scene number 2, or as example scene number 1. Then I will go to button number 2. Then I will do the same things. I will call the scene number 3. We create scene number 3, area number 1, scene number 3, then save. Now I will be able to control my scene from my keypad. Whenever I press the button number 1, you can see my light on 15%. Then when I press the button number 2, my light, it will go to the scene as we program it, 100% and 115%. So this is very simple how to create the scene. Okay, after the scene, we can just show you one more function. This is called sequence. I hope you understand the sequence, the scene. Then we'll move to a sequence. What is the sequence for? Sequence, if I would like to create a sequence of my scenes. As example, if I have scene 1, 2, 3 and 4, I want the scene 1 to work from time to time and scene 2 to work from time to time, as example. As the client requirement when I press the buttons, so I want the scene number 1 to run for 1 hour. After 1 hour, scene number 2 will run for 15 minutes. Then scene 3 run for 5 minutes. Mainly this we use it for the DMX when you change in the colors. Also it can be for as a bedtime, when you press bedtime, so the light will keep turning off in a sequence. Like a common area off, then the corridor off, then my bedroom's off. So that's we call it sequence. So simply here I will create a sequence. I'll just need to add some on, all on. I will create some scene and I want this to be 50%. Then I want this to go off. I will try to play with these 3 scenes to show you how it works. From 1 to 3, I will control 1, 2, 3, or I can even go more than 10 if I would like to have more scenes. Sequence now, you can see here the sequence number 1, area number 1. Always remember the area you work in. If you change to living room, means you are creating a scene for the living rooms. Then I will go to sequence. I will try to ask me for the steps. What is the steps? Steps is how many scenes I want to control. So I want only to control 3 scenes, 1, 2, 3. Do you want it unlimited or one time? Means it will run the sequence for 1 time or 2 times, 3 times, or unlimited. I will leave it for unlimited. You want it forward, backward, so it starts from the first scene to the second, or from the last one to the first one, or forward back mode, so it goes to down, then it go back. Random, so it will select whatever scene and play it. I will use forward modes. You can try all of them to see the difference between different kind of modes. Then in the right side here we have the scene numbers. So simply I just have to put scene number 1, then scene number 2, then scene number 3. You remember we have some time limit for run up, then the step time. Step times I will try to put every 8 seconds, change to the other scene as example, just for to show you how it works. Then here my sequence are ready. Now I will go back to the keypad, then I will program sequence number 1 on area number 1 in the dimmer 140. Very simple. I will go back to keypad. I will select the button number 1. Then I will call for a sequence. Then here it asks for area. Sometimes if you don't know what is the parameter for, just keep your mouse a little bit here. It will show what is the functionality of these parameters. It's area. I'm looking for area 1. Here the parameter, the sequence number. Yes, I'm looking for the sequence number 1. You can also, if you want sequence 2, 3, 4, you can still look for it. The thing is, just to notice that the dimmers will allow to only one sequence allowed in each dimmers on each area. Then that's it. Here we go. I will just go back to my keypad. Keypad is uploading. I will try to press button number 1 and it will start playing the sequence. The first sequence we know all is on. Second sequence number 2 after 8 seconds will goes off, or it will go to 50% I believe. Then it goes off on the sequence number 3. Yes, it goes off. Then it goes after 8 seconds again, it goes back to the previous scene. Yes, because we create sequence unlimited, so it keep running around until I switch it off from here. Then it goes off after 3 seconds of runtime. That's all about the sequence. I hope you understand the difference between scene and sequence. Also, you know how to create area and define the limit, low limit, the high limit of each dimmers. Thank you for watching, and I hope if you like this video, don't forget to press like below and subscribe to our channel to get a lot of the upcoming videos as well, and any update on the futures. Thank you for watching.